Welcome, ghouls and goblins, to episode 4 of The Broken Bay, where we last left our denizens of the dark. You found yourselves in the gnarled mire of the Muir Woods, a recent purchase by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I mean Juan Carlos. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Before you stands a jagged figure with broken, gnarled limbs, twisted hands, dressed in animal skins and stinking of the fetid earth. The creature sticks out a hand, a gnarled claw, and points a dagger-like finger at Juan Carlos. What brings you here, Spaniard? That's for you, Jack.
Sorry, what was that?
He said, what brings you here, Spaniard?
We were coming across this land to help find bodies for the werewolves, right?
Yes.
I will say to the man, we are here on a mission to help bring peace to those who have been laid unjustly to rest. Yo lo hago, malo.
And you would know what that means, don't you, Spaniard? I see that your hands are stained red with blood. How many have filled by your grasp?
Quite the number indeed. But none of your people, or those that you represent.
Are you sure of that, Spaniard?
Yeah, I was not a conquistador. I fought for revolution and the freedom of men, not for their enslavement and exploitation.
Give me a persuasion roll on this. This guy does not like Spanish people.
Persuasion on the guy that has like a 2 for charisma.
The game is
Okay,
rigged
let's
from
see.
the start.
Yeah, right.
Let's see what you rolled here.
Yeah, literally a
Jesus.
1. Um, let's see.
How could you? Oh, do you want to? No, you can like do a rouse and do it again. Not that it'll help.
I mean, I'm still rolling only 2 die. I'd have to double crit to just get a pathetic 4.
Or maybe someone
What?
could maybe step in and help out this poor Spanish son of a bitch. Nobody? Okay, that tracks. All right, Jack, just go ahead
Ah,
and roll again.
What if what if I speak with resolve instead of charisma?
Resolve? Yeah, I'll allow it.
Ian, what check is this?
It is a persuasion check. Basically, just trying to get the guy to ease off the fact that he's Spanish. You know, I mean, the Spanish kind of ruined California. So,
Well, I mean, I have pretty high charisma. I could probably assist in this regard.
yeah, go ahead. Do you want to just maybe give a little cough and step ahead of him and speak on his behalf?
I'm not exactly sure, like, what I would say in this particular situation, since this is, like, a very pointed and personal conversation. But can we just hand wave and just say, like, hey, I do a roll and
If you
Victor
go,
says something
yeah, yeah. Go ahead and
relevant?
go ahead and give me the roll.
Let me see. Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. Everyone, give me. Let me see here. What the hell would the skill roll for this be? Give me an investigation check. Or etiquette. Or I guess technically streetwise. So either etiquette, investigation, or streetwise. And anyone can make this check. Alright. Dr. Frankenfurter coming in clutch. And another clutch victor roll. Juan Carlos is going to beef it. Daphne just failing up again.
What the heck? Why? Those are two very strong stats for me.
All right, so Daphne, you kind of give the man an ocular pat down and determine that based on the garb and his demeanor and his dress, he is Chimash. He is a Native American from this area.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that why he doesn't like the Spanish is probably because they wiped out his people, which is why he's a little
Mm-hmm.
incensed right now. If you wish, you can convey this information to Victor. He did not roll high enough to determine.
I will convey this. Daphne will convey this information to Victor. She'll put a hand just on his shoulder and sort of whisper to him. He appears to be Shumash.
Okay. Victor mouths off some stuff, what he recalls from Juan Carlos's background, explaining how Juan Carlos has acquired his wealth and his means, and that he is a man of the people. You can see the figure kind of slackens their shoulders ever so slightly. The mask that is over their face sloughs, and you can see that the antagonism in their body has kind of waved away. And he goes, no Spaniard would have comrades who would come to their defense in such a manner. Fine. Welcome to the Muir Wood. I am under the impression that you have purchased it, Juan Carlos?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I'm under the impression you have purchased this wood, Juan Carlos. What is your intention with it?
Uh, yes, I have purchased it, and it is intended to be kept as a nature preserve by werewolves. Not intended to be some sort of ugly concrete industrial basin like humans like to do.
The figure cocks their head and their mask slightly tilts off to the left and he readjusts it with a gnarled, broken hand. Then you are welcome here. I am known as Zako. You said it is to be tended by the guru. Do you mean the Delogu?
Is that the name of the ones that we've been
Yes.
dealing with?
Yes, the Delugos. Yes.
Yes, the Delogu. They they're helping restore the economic stability of the area across the way, and he'll indicate across the river.
I suppose you'll need to get supplies into the city if things are going to be rebuilt. Are you looking for them?
They have a couple of dead that they cannot locate.
Oh, most loathsome. I'm quite fond of that family. We have a bit of kinship. They're good people. The only one I've seen lately is Stevania. She came over here to take care of some illegal lumberjacks. She kind of traipsed off a little bit to the north, and I haven't seen her in about 3 days. I hope she's all right, but I haven't heard anything of commotion in the wood.
We have the list of names of those that there have not been located, right?
Yeah, Istevania is one of them.
JC will ask for the list to be reviewed, and then point out that I'm sorry. It seems like she's one of the missing guru. They're concerned that she may no longer be of the living.
Well, that would be most unfortunate. She's quite a firebrand. They don't make women like that much anymore. Now, please, I'd be glad to broach assistance. I can reach out and see if anything within the wood might have seen her, if you'd like. I'd be more than happy to oblige. A friend of the family.
Can I do an awareness check to check this guy's vibes?
You mean insight?
No. I have higher awareness, but yes, I'd like to insight him.
Yeah, it's insight. You got it. If you want to insight him, you got to insight him. I'm really sorry. A spade is a spade. He seems perfectly legitimate. He
Okay.
has his hands clasped in front of him now. He's lowered down his shoulders. He was in a very firm-footed stance, like he was ready to knock your lights out, and now his posture is an asymmetrical kind of gait. He seems to have calmed down ever so slightly.
All right. I'll give him a nod, a respectful tilt of the head, and say we would appreciate any assistance in finding these missing family members.
He gives you a faint bow and then goes towards one of the redwoods, presses his face to the side of it, and knocks on it 3 times. You hear him whisper something to the tree in a language you don't understand.
Hey, I'm
And then,
sorry, guys. My computer crashed. Can I just get a little recap of the last like two minutes or minute or so?
okay, so the guy realized that not all Spaniards are bastards, ASAP, and he is now ponying up information about the location of Estefania, who he has said was in the wood, but he has not seen her in 3 days.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. He'll come back and go, "Ugh, well, it's a bit of a curiosity. Um, the trees haven't seen anything in days. Now, the only thing they're telling me is that there's 5 guru in the woods, and none of them are Estevania. I don't, I don't care for trespassers. Do you care for trespassers, Juan Carlos, on your own land?
I try not to own as much land as possible, without it being guarded. But no, there's a difference between somebody seeking shelter and aid and somebody trespassing.
You see him, he folds his hands across his chest again, and you can hear him pantomime taking a deep breath. And he goes, the figures are to the north, the northwest, and the northeast. It seems they're cloistered around the mountains. And there's kind in the woods, too. The trees sense some semblance of anguish. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but that's all they're giving up to me. Sometimes they can be rather withholding.
And you don't recognize any of the guru or kind?
Can you repeat that?
And these guru and kind, they are unfamiliar?
I know not of their clan nor make.
JC's gonna look at the rest of the group and say, is it possible that there's foul play around here? I mean, any guru
Possible.
and kind should know the power structures in play.
True, but your acquisition is very recent. Um, Mr. Zaku, uh, you said you've seen Estevania, but have you seen Eleonora? Uh, I have a picture if you haven't seen her before. Um, we followed her trail here, although I'm pleased to hear that you've seen Estevania recently.
He presses a hand to his chest and goes, oh, my darling Eleonora. Not in some time, but she tends to not check in with me when she comes up to the Muir Woods. Our paths tend to not cross. Estevania always checks in with me. She's a little bit more
I see.
respectful.
Thank you. That's very helpful. The doctor starts scribbling in her notebook.
Is there anything else you need of me? I have to attend to some other matters. Oh, and speaking of things, considering all the commotion down south, how is the prince?
We've agreed to let people know that he's gone, right?
Did we? I don't
No.
think we
I mean,
did. No.
the cat's like out of the bag for most people.
It-
Well, what's
Is it?
happened is that the people have been clever enough to figure it out because you were carrying his body around with you
I
for
was.
like
I am no longer carrying his body, to be clear.
Yeah, I know you're not, so it's gonna be kind of hard to parse that he's dead now.
So how would you?
Uh-huh.
How many people would you say no that know that he's dead then, Ian? Because we've been going around telling people he's fine.
You only fessed up to Auntie, but that's because the corpses are and that bitch is a werewolf, so she could tell
Okay.
he's dead. Also, she railed that guy, so she could tell.
Mhm. I think Oswald might have figured it out. We did attempt to tell him that the prince was still alive, or at least we attempted to skirt it. But Oswald might have figured it out. I'd have to go check my notes.
He was playing coy, but you couldn't figure out if he was just giving you the benefit of the doubt or if he knew. It was kind of ambiguous. So what do we want to do? We're just gonna fess up that the prince is dead to this random fucking guy in the woods, or
I say no.
I think we should do that. I think we should probably say something along the lines of we're here on his, behalf kind of thing.
The local branch of the Camarilla is very busy with rebuilding, but everything's going fine, and we're well on our way to getting everything back up and running. Everyone's pleased to be involved.
perfect. Teddy was also always a consummate manager.
He certainly is.
I always
Yes.
knew those
He
classes
has a
in the
way.
Sears catalog were going to pay off, but he insisted they wouldn't.
Hmm.
I could only imagine a lot of you are the consigliere, I believe that's the term he used, that he was hiring to resolve some issue. What exactly was the matter? He never ponied that up to me.
Don't believe we're at liberty to disclose that, but certainly with the earthquake and the fires, our attentions have been diverted to more immediate matters.
Quite reasonable. Well, if you don't mind, I have to attend to other matters. It's a very large forest. Do take
Yes,
care.
thank you so much
Absolutely.
for your help. Could you please point us in the direction of the 5 Guru that the trees informed you of?
There's 3 to the northwest, 2 to the north, and 1 to the east.
West.
The one to the east seems to be injured as far as the trees can tell, and the other 5 seem to be doing quite fine. I don't know what they're doing though. Trees don't have eyes, you know.
Of course. Thank you
Is that
very
all?
much. That's all I have to
Yes.
ask.
That's, I think.
It's a pleasure to serve. He walks up to Juan Carlos and extends out a bony, gnarled hand.
I will reach out and shake his hand and mention that if you believe there's anything that can be done for this nature preserve, please be sure to pass it along to the crew. I'd be more than happy to assist with maintaining the preserve as well.
He gives you a faint nod and goes, "And my apologies for the spat earlier. We tend to get worn down in our ways, don't we?" You can almost sense a smile behind the mask, and he disappears in a cloud of smoke as a series of rats scurried away from beneath your feet. All right, gang, we going northwest, north, or northeast?
My vote is east for the solitary individual involved, who
Mhm.
seems to be weakened.
To be clear,
I'll second
those
that.
6 were all. This is out of character. To be clear, those
Mhm.
were 6 Guru, or was that a mix of Guru and Kine? A
6
gorilla.
Garou.
6 gorilla. Okay, thank you.
Oh, add to the east.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's load up the map. Let's see. The Coterie makes their way through the muir wood, traipsing past the enormous redwoods, and you enter into a curious glade where a large redwood seems to have collapsed for rot. You see, crippled and maimed underneath the redwood, all several thousand pounds of it, is a woman. She is unconscious. She is bleeding profusely and unconscious. It seems she is actively dying. What would we like to do? And yes, you immediately clock that this is Eleanor from the photograph. Seems a tree fell on her.
Okay.
should move
Well, the
the tree.
doctor has her medicine bag. She'd like to approach and see if there's anything she can do.
You can give me a medicine check, and you can place a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. That is fine. It's not hard to tie a tourniquet. You've tied a tourniquet around both of her legs, high and tight. You have stopped the bleeding. It seems her legs have been crushed. The tree is actively impeding the ability to remove her from the situation. What would we like to do?
Are there
I'd like
any?
to.
Is there any equipment around, industrial equipment or any lumberjacking equipment such as axes or just any sort of equipment anywhere?
Nothing. From what you can tell, there's actually a large black scar running to the tree. It looks like it got hit by lightning, and it caused the water within it to explode, which caused it to crack and then fall on her. There's nothing around here aside from the occasional flit of a firefly. She's carrying a sack, and she has a large bore Winchester 1876 rifle on her.
Okay.
I'd like to athletics strength try and lift the tree off her.
It's at least 6,000 pounds, man.
Hey, fuck it. We're throwing our backs into it.
All right then.
Wait, let me rouse that.
A
Let me.
one. I need it. I need at least a keep. Okay, you succeeded. I need at least a 6. So you have to roll a 3, otherwise this isn't gonna work. You son of a bitch.
Hey,
You two,
just be thankful it wasn't a melee check because my melee is 5.
the two of you give it the old Harvard try, and you manage to roll. You manage to move the redwood ever so slightly that you could remove her from underneath it. Give me a medicine check, doctor.
Right?
Her legs currently have compartment syndrome. Unless you have the ability to staunch and remove the blood, you're probably gonna have to amputate her legs or she's gonna die. But there's also another option. Give me an occult check.
Okay.
Perfect. A little vampiric blood would definitely solve this problem a lot more smoothly. But then there's the risk of her becoming addicted to it, which would probably not shine too kindly to the Deluge.
She's unconscious, right?
Yeah, she's entirely unconscious. She's lost a lot of blood. She's in shock.
Shit.
She is nearly on the verge of death. You gotta act quick.
Um, so I have the inherited Bane Tremere, which means my Vitae can no longer bond other kindred. Would this prevent addiction?
Correct.
I'll give her some of my blood.
Perfect. You slice open your hand, press it to her lips, and massage it like trying to get a cat to take a pill. Some instinctual part of her laps it up, and you see the swelling in her legs slowly go down. The compartment syndrome is subsiding. She still remains unconscious, however. With your occult check, Doctor, you're going to tell this, and it take her at least 3 or 4 hours to fully recover from this injury, even with vampiric vitae. What do we
Certainly.
like to do?
Is she
We
well
should
enough
get
to be
to.
moved?
With your occult check and then the medicine check, she is stable. You can move her. You're probably going to need to make some kind of sling or slide or something to move her around.
Okay.
We should definitely get to safety and shelter.
Wait, why are we going to shelter?
In case there's any danger
Oh.
around here, whether from people or from natural causes, given that there are lightning strikes in the area that are capable of striking trees down to hurt people.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we need a sling, or maybe one of the boys that just moved, or well, she's still kind of broken. Maybe one of the guys could carry her who just moved a 600-pound tree.
Might not be comfortable for her to have like all of her weight, all of the weight of all her broken stuff hanging. If we
Yeah.
can fashion some kind of like sled to drag her on,
And now for the very rare craft check.
Ooh.
I have to
And
check what
I think
specialties are.
Victor is the only son of a bitch that put point. Yeah, he's the only son of a bitch that put points of craft. Yeah, I think
It's into
yeah,
craft.
he's the. Oh yeah, okay. So the doctor and Victor are the
No, Victor can
only.
do it. Oh,
No,
I'll do
you
it.
you actually
Okay,
you have
we'll
two.
do it
He has
together.
one.
Okay, we'll do it together.
Victor, what specialty did you pick for craft? Let's see here. I don't think you actually wrote it down. Okay, what did you? What do you want your specialty?
I believe it was firearms. I'm pretty
Alright.
sure I put it in the sheet.
Okay, I can't see it. Just plug that in. So Victor and Dr. Francesca stick their heads together and strip off the enormous peeled bark from the redwoods, which are like the size of a person. And they find some sinew. They find some tender saplings and get them to, and then some grasses fashioned into ropes. And you've made a little pull cart. What would we like to do now?
Well, I think we do 1, 2, 3, and get her on the little pole cart and start heading. Are we gonna just? Well, what direction do we even want to go in?
Before we move her, how many pieces of film do I have? Do I know that, Ian?
Oh God, how do brownie cameras work? Hold on I gotta Google this shit.
Because I think it would
Brown.
be worth taking a picture of her on. Oh no, we moved the redwood already. Never mind. It's not worth taking a picture because we don't. We'll just have to trust that like people will trust when we're like, hey, we found her under a redwood and we didn't do that. You know.
About what the fuck? 100 fucking photos? Jesus.
Jeez.
We used to be a proper country.
I know.
Yeah, you could take
All
a
right.
photo of the redwood. You could take a photo of her just to prove
Okay.
that, hey, look, we had nothing to do with her dying. All right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's perfectly valid. You take the photographs. The exposure time is relatively modest on a brownie. There's decent lighting. There's a decent moon. What we'd like to do now. We're gonna amble back home.
Let's load her back into the. How much time has passed? What time is it?
Oh God, I think. Oh Jesus, I can't remember what fucking day it is.
It's Friday, October 20th. Or we left off on Friday, October 20th.
It's 11 p.m. You got there at around 12:30. I'll say it's around 1 in the morning, and you have 4 hours and 26 minutes until the tyranny of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
What would we like to do?
I would like to get to shelter.
All right.
Perfect. Now, if any of you have maybe the ability to talk to animals, there's a super huge shortcut you can do right now. Just gonna throw that out there.
And that's not Animal Ken.
No,
Okay, hang on.
I don't think any of you picked any of the fucking hippie fucking animal shit. Yeah, none of you did. All right. Well, there goes that option. All right, so a lot of you are going to traipse back to the boat, I imagine, and return to San Francisco.
Are we not going to stay and look for Estevania?
So you're going
Yeah,
to
there's a
look.
couple other.
You're going to. So there's 5 other active werewolves who don't belong to the current clan, bumbling around this wood, and you have a crippled werewolf with you, and you're going to go find other werewolves. It's a great idea. Let's go do that.
No, okay. All right. Okay. Off we go back to San Francisco.
I thought I made it
All
pretty
right, wait.
obvious, and I said, "Hey, we're going back to San Francisco, right?"
Okay.
I want to.
Like,
I want to try something
Fair.
dumb.
oh, Jesus Christ! What?
Um, so when our Nosferatu friend knocked on a tree, he knocked on like a special kind of tree or what?
A redwood, and all the trees are redwoods. So
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the nearest redwood and uh, try knocking on it and ask for him. Um, what was his name? He introduced himself, right?
Zako.
Zako. I'm gonna knock on the tree gently and say, "Excuse me, can you contact Zako for me?"
How longer do you want to wait?
I'm gonna ask them for like 30 minutes.
Sound reasonable? Half hour?
Yeah.
It'll take you about 45 minutes to get back to the boat, so you still have plenty of time if you wait like a half hour.
Sound good,
Okay.
everyone?
Sure.
Yep.
As you knock on the wood, there's like a silence that kind of permeates the air, the faint rustle of the trees. Then you hear this kind of creaking and groaning as the forest seems to respond to your request. In about 15 minutes, a large contingency of rats meanders its way through the forest floor and manifests as Zako. And he goes, "It seems you found Eleonora. Lucky for you, you tapped on a tree that's quite agreeable."
I will look at the tree and just give it a nod and say thank you. And then I'll look at Zako and nod and say thank you for showing up. Um, we did find Eleonora, but there's a couple more Guru unknowns here. We'd like to check out at least one more before the sun rises. Would you be able to stand guard over Eleonora while we scope them out?
He gives you a firm and authoritative bow. "It would be my pleasure to take care of my darling Eleonora."
We appreciate you, and I'm sure her family appreciates the effort as well.
He takes some saps and salves out of his bag and starts putting them on her temples and starts muttering prayers over her body and stuff and starts assembling like little mosses and leathers to keep her warm and stuff. He's gonna take good care.
Can I pull out a flare gun and hand it over to him?
Yeah,
All right. I'll pass along the flare gun and let him know.
he gives you a nod. It's like, "I will give the signal if there is any cause for concern, but you need not worry. I'm quite formidable in the art of fisticuffs."
Still, yeah, I'm sure it can be difficult to stand guard over someone if you're outnumbered. Hopefully, it does not come to pass.
All right, he gives you a nod. He goes, "Of course. I'll shepherd her back to the dock. I imagine a lot of you came in over here in Marin Bay.
We did.
Yes.
I'll meet you down there, and with her. My abode is relatively close by. We'll see each other
Thank you
there.
very much.
You're more than welcome. It's a pleasure to serve." He goes
We
back
appreciate
to
you.
he goes back to dabbing little ointments on her face and muttering prayers. All right. So do you want to go to the north? So the next natural location is the North Guru location. Is that what we are going to be
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sounds good.
doing? All right. Perfect. You make your way out towards the west. You worm your way through the redwoods, and eventually you see the light of a fire, and you hear the tinkling of laughter and idle jokes, and you hear a faint lilt of Italian drifting across the wind. Actually, no, not Italian, French, if any of you know French.
Uh, I
Oh
believe
dear.
so.
I
One
think I
second.
do.
Eddie knew French, right?
I
Yes, he
believe you
did.
picked up
Okay.
French.
Yes, so I currently have his French.
I do. I do also have French as well.
Okay, great. Would you
Alright,
like
so
to make the roll then?
Sure.
Or
What is the
whatever.
roll?
Sorry, whatever is happening. I didn't mean
Yeah.
to misspeak.
you don't roll to understand a language. You just know what they're saying.
Nice.
You hear the sounds. Actually, give me an awareness check on this one.
Okie dokie. Let me
Those that speak French can make this
see.
check. Everyone else, actually, everyone can make this check.
Awareness.
Can you do it for Jude? He's a little tied up.
What do you do to him?
I
Ropes are not
just
supposed to come out during
well,
session.
it involves peanut butter. Let me say that.
Jesus. He got a 3. You hear you hear 2 women's voices. Those of you that do not speak French. Those of you that do speak French hear 2 women's voices muttering poetry about romance to one another.
We hear women's voices muttering poetry to one another.
Yes, and you
Okay.
hear a distinct pop, the sound of a champagne bottle being opened, and then the glug 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 of it being poured into a champagne coupe,
And I'm
and the clink of glasses.
and I'm sorry, we're still in the woods right now, right? It looks like.
Yes. Do we wish to remain unobserved by these 2 ladies who seem to be quite enjoying their company as roommates?
Jude really doesn't want to ruin their night, so yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
let's just listen for a little while longer.
All right, everyone, give me stealth, and you can add a +3 to this, so you can't fucking fail. Unless you get a 0. If you get a 0, you fail. You like step on a twig, or you like belch or something. I don't know. Don't do that.
Oh,
I'm
Are
gonna
you
rouse
fucking
the blood.
kidding
I'm
me?
gonna rouse the blood. I'm gonna rouse the blood.
This is specifically requested. Oh, thank God! Now you can't fail. All right, good. And I'll roll for our boy here. He's actually proficient in this, so he'll be fine. Let's see here. All right. All right, perfect. Everyone passes. I mean, you get close. You're all like in a small bush. You've managed to sequester yourselves in there. You see, you see 2 women of the white varietal. They are in various stages of undress. I mean, bodices, just out in the open. They're wearing their nightgowns. There's a rough-hewn spun wool blanket that they're atop. There's a picnic basket, and they are surrounded by innumerable bottles of extremely expensive alcohol, imported French champagne, absinthe. There's Cuban cigars in a cigar box. They're currently smoking them. Um, at present, they seem to have been distracted from their revelry, and they are currently rolling cigarettes by hand and just talking to one another in French of a Cajun varietal. There's also foods and fruits. There's like hard cheeses. They got a charcuterie board going on. Um, Propped up next to them are 2 Winchester lever action rifles, a Winchester shotgun, several boxes of ammunition, and also
so are they on a
several.
hunting trip?
You could reach that conclusion. and
Okay.
there's also several rucksacks lying around. Um, it seems they've made themselves a little camp here, and they are enjoying one another's company, like roommates,
Proper roommates?
proper roommates. As the lot of you reach the conclusion, oh, what bosom companions? You see them embrace one another in a passionate French kiss, and realize that they are not roommates.
Mm. They're not roommates, babe. He's washing his hands. Um, okay. And can we hear any more of what they are saying?
They're basically just talking to one another, saying that they love each other, that they can't wait for their embrace. It's a damn shame that the others don't accept them, and it's nice to get away from them. And then they didn't want to engage in the carnage anyway. The blood would stain
Mm.
things. That's what they're talking.
Okay. And do they appear to be Guru at all, or can we tell if they are
The only way
kind?
to do that is with Auspex, and I think you are the only one with Auspex.
Okie doke.
So if you want to sense the unseen, give me a Wits Auspex or Resolve Auspex.
I will as soon as Forge allows me to do it because it's being a little bit mean tonight. There we go. Okay. Sense the unseen. Okay, and how do I do this? I roll aspects.
It is. So make well, actually, this doesn't cost anything. So give me a Wits Auspex or a Resolve Auspex.
Okay. Oh, it's
So click Wits, and then you can add a Discipline at the bottom. Just click Auspex, and you don't add a secondary
okay.
attribute.
So a wits aspects. Okay. Hold
And
on.
like raw, this is the only way to determine if someone is a werewolf, which is amazing. So if no one has
So just
Auspex,
wits and aspects, you said, right?
yeah, or Auspex and Resolve, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely werewolves.
I paid for that.
These are two
Thank
guru
you.
ladies enjoying one another's company
Okay.
as roommates.
Okay, so they are Guru. Okay.
Give me another awareness check. Actually, investigation. Make sure to roll the secondary attribute.
Oh, whoops.
And I'll roll for our boy,
That would be great.
even,
Oh,
even
good.
though he has like none of this. I'll roll one intelligence. Let's see here. He got a 0. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't even know where he is right now. Hey, Jack, why are you
Just straight up
suspicious and quiet?
confused.
Just trying to help.
What? Hi?
I mean, I gave you lesbian werewolves, and I've heard nothing.
Yeah, right? That's crazy. That's crazy business for Jack.
Fucking crickets.
So, JC does not find it in his place. They comment on whatever they're up to.
Based. Look, there's nothing about this in the Bible. I don't know what's going on here. These ladies just seem to be real comfortable with each other. Real damn comfortable. So anyway.
Like family.
It's like,
So-
the Bible doesn't support this, but I'm also old, so I should probably just stay quiet.
Oh, well, this is strange. So, Dr. Frankenstein and Daphne, you two clock over all of the expensive alcohol and the cheeses and the foods, and then you kind of look over their ensembles. They're wearing simple cotton undergarments. Their faces are smeared with dirt. Their hair is unkempt. These women are clearly poor. There is no way in hell that they can afford these items. They definitely did not buy them.
Okay.
And you also clock
Daphne's
that both of
gonna.
them are very drunk.
Okay. Well, Daphne is going to relay to everyone quite very quietly, unless that's a bad idea because no, I'll say it to everyone in a very, very low whisper, just that they're speaking of carnage and they are speaking of some sort of attack as well, which I'm assuming we don't have any information on that yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I have relayed that message to everyone who's standing nearby.
One of them begins to drunkenly complain that they did not actually steal the beluga caviar. They stole the fucking oarfish caviar, and now they're pissed about it. Like,
Hmm. Well, maybe it's time to break up this little pantry party.
Do we readily recognize who these guru are?
they seem to be outsiders, and from what you can glance from what Zako told you, they are not of Clan Telugu. They are not from here. They should not be here.
They're vagabonds. Just a couple
I
of
mean-
lesbians.
I mean, at best, I would interrupt their fun time to let them know that they are on property under new management, and they should check in with the local family if they'd like to keep hanging out here.
Do we think we can take them in a fight? What if
I
they
don't
get
think
violent?
Absolutely, we can.
they're drunk.
Also, yeah, I'm of the opinion that yes, they are drunk. I don't think we should get confrontational with them. If anything, I think we should act as just a wandering caravan that just happened to stumble upon their camp and bring it up in conversation our like the sort of goings on in this area and who's who in the area, and hopefully they pick up the hint of like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. We're not telling you that directly, but if you're not gonna get the hint, we are gonna tell you.
Can we do a quick bio break before we go into this interaction, please?
No. Yeah, we can do that. Go on.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right, gang, we're back in the fray. In front of you are two lesbian werewolves. What are we going to do? And why is it going to be a hate crime? We're going to lead with Jack.
Oh God! Of
Oh
course.
God.
That's a lot
I
of
say we
pressure.
drunkenly stumble into the camp.
Oh yeah. Can we pretend to be drunk?
Everyone give me a performance check.
A
I think if we do this, we should go in singing a song.
just start singing The Entertainer. Just make words for it.
Don't start
Yeah.
don't start doing Irish jigs and tip them off that you're from Sinners.
Yeah. Let's not go that route.
You
Oh,
sing
no,
you
it's
sing
like
a
Sinners,
single
isn't
you,
it?
you sing a single line of Irish and then just point and go, hey, those are vampires.
Oh shit!
Will they not be able to tell immediately that we are?
They're gonna be like, y'all clan.
I think Guru can almost immediately pick up on supernatural stuff in a way that a vampire can't. So I think they're pretty drunk though, so they're not gonna think you're vampires. So
Maybe if
you'll be
we all dress up as ghosts, they'll think that we're friendly.
fine. Yeah, with pointy hoods to make us look larger.
Exactly.
Oh my
right?
God!
You know,
Babe.
just bring the party.
First mistake.
Jesus. All right, so let me see how. So you two, the four of you, bumble out of the woods with the most piss poor
We're fucking bumbling.
performance
Oh my
of
God.
drunkenness.
We suck at this.
Yeah.
We suck.
The two lesbians immediately unclasp their hands and go, how do you do? What brings you out into the middle of the wood? It's 1 a.m.
Do we have any anything on us that could look like we were drinking? Any little cups hang? You know what I mean?
Nope, nothing to back up your story.
Yeah, we are such terrible liars.
Oh, well, we could say something along the lines of, "Well, we just jumped off a pleasure cruise."
So the two lesbian werewolves then proceed to fumble around on the blankets and then put on their glasses and go,
Oh,
"How may we? Would you care for a tipple? We're all about congeniality."
I think we'd be most obliged.
do I have
Thank you.
taste of human food?
And we share in their hospitality.
The Coterie used their one brain cell, but it wasn't working. So you see
Does anybody have?
they
Sorry.
they immediately crack. You see them turn around and they take out a box that says "fine glassware" from the Russian Empire. They crack it open and produce beautiful Russian crystal. The box is still sealed. They clearly stole this, and they hand each of you a champagne coupe and proceed to pour a fresh bottle of still strangely chilled champagne.
Yeah. Does anybody have eat human food?
I got Iron Gullet.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my time to shine. Hang on, let me double check that Iron Gullet lets me do that.
Just blend
Rocky,
in, guys. Blend in.
The Rocky montage.
Throws it over my shoulder.
You could just tell. Well, actually, unfortunately, you can't tell them that you're sober because you're all acting drunk. So congrats.
Yeah. Okay, so does Iron Gullet give me the
Well, I didn't hear
ability
anybody else have a
to
pet.
imbibe?
Yeah,
like,
you could
things
you
that
could
are
drink booze. Are you
Okay.
just gonna quaff all of the champagne and just make up a lie? Like it just you know what? We're
doctor
we're
is-
acting now, and so they pour they pour all the champagne. They clink their glasses together and go salute, and they quaff the champagne and they look at the four of you with eager anticipation. What are we doing?
Daphne already said salute back, and while their heads were tipped back, she throws it over her shoulder.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
No.
No,
Let
you're
me see.
actually. You know what? Performance. I'll allow you to do a performance since you're apparently really bad at this.
Where even is the sleight of hand check? I don't see it. Oh, well.
Wait, is there no?
Okay.
It's not sleight of hand. I'm talking about subterfuge. All right, so or stealth. So yeah, just give me. Okay. Oh
Ooh.
Jesus!
Lord.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
God! They don't even
Wasted all-
remember giving you the alcohol. That is. Actually, you know what? I will allow
What?
this. You're so good at it that you managed to stealthily quaff away everyone's alcohol and return the glasses before their heads snap back. So
Okay, yes.
because a
I
9,
make eyes at everyone.
a 7 is an impossible check. So you just did the superhuman amount of tomfoolery.
It's so good that we're just all in sync and everyone followed suit. Is what I
both-
think.
They both look at each other and go, "Oh, well, at least they're not cowards about the drink." Another round, and they start.
God!
And then, well, you can refuse. You know, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Quick! What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well,
I'm gonna break the glass like celebratory style, so
Wait,
that they can't give me another.
Wait, do you like smash on the ground and just go Mazel Tov and then pray that
Yeah.
maybe one of them is Jewish? Like,
Yeah.
Bad
Yes,
move
I
in
wanna
front
do
of the
that.
French.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
Yes.
it's not gonna go well.
Historically,
it's not gonna go
yes.
Well. It's not gonna go
The
well.
doctor is
Well,
going to take
then I
her
won't do that.
champagne glass and easily, eagerly thrust it out and say "merci, merci" to them.
They start conversing. They start excitedly greeting you in French to the point where they accidentally stumble and smash into everyone, and everyone drops their champagne glasses. And they smash on the ground. And they go, "Ah, merde."
We.
What
So-
brings you all out to the wood? No one really comes out here. Myself and Daffodil. Oh, my apologies. I'm Marigold. That's the lady on the left, and this is my housemate, Daffodil.
The doctor will smile and tilt her head and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you both, Marigold, Daffodil. It's very important to have a housemate that you can spend time with and enjoy. And she
Mm.
glances back at Daphne as if she's trying to be subtle, as
Who
if
is
she's
all
trying not to make it
smiles.
noticeable.
I can't believe I have to adjudicate this right now. Thanks, honey. So anyway, the two.
Wait, I want to say something.
Yeah, then just say it.
Well, you were talking. Okay. I'm gonna, like, all smiles, Daphne is. And then she's also going to say, housemate can be a pleasure indeed. And then she'll look at the two ladies and say, enchante. Okay, I did my thing. Hello? I can't hear anyone.
They're not talking.
Oh.
Okay.
So Daffodil and Marigold look at each other and say, well, we should toast this new friendship with some cigars.
Oh, okay. That's
And
fine, right? We
they
could do that,
They
right?
crack. Yeah, you can smoke. Smoke. They crack open the Havanas and take out the little cutter. Give me an Actually, give me an awareness check as they start rummaging through all their stuff. Good job, Doctor. Good job, Doctor. Daphne coming in clutch with a mysteriously high roll when it's not
Why am I
necessary.
so mysterious? I know, what the hell? I'm gonna have something really important. Whoa!
Good
What's going
lord.
Amazing.
on?
JC
This
coming
is all of
clutch.
the luck of the campaign is going into this one
Exactly. It's
session.
used on this little interaction with drunkards.
All right, we're gonna beef everything from here
I
on
know,
out.
for real. I'm worried.
And that's all
The
you
lo-
see. I assume it's a
Okay,
Juan Carlos.
amazing. Jeez.
All right, so
God, jeez.
Juan Carlos clocks one thing. Daphne, you notice that a few of the objects in the camp are covered in a fine spray of blood. It's rather unusual. It's a little unusual.
Their campsite?
Yes, there's an unusual amount of blood here. It's
Look,
not their
can you
blood.
describe the blood? Is it like is it
It's coagulated and
it looks like
crusted,
it's
as
sprayed
in
through like a water bottle like type of spray, or is it's so okay, so it's like a little chunkier dried.
yeah. They got these goods in a very particular manner.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. They asked us what we were doing out here.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, where are we? Oh, yes. What brings you out to the woods? No one really comes out here. And as a matter of fact, we were only wandering into the area because we had really nowhere else to go. Daffodil stoops over as delicately as a lady can in 1906 and proceeds to fetch one of at least 12 bottles of champagne that's like crudely stashed in a satchel. She pops it open and just starts drinking straight out of it. And then looks at Daphne and kind of gives you a little wink and then kind of shoves it in your hands.
Oh, merci. Well, we were merely, I think, taking in. I don't know if you're aware, but there's been quite a tragedy in the city. So, I think my friends and I, we thought we might get away for a little while, take a stroll through the wood.
They raise their eyebrows and look at each other in unison. It's 1 in the morning in the Muir Wood? You can't even really get here from the city without going on a boat. You lot must be fancy types. Oh, I bet you have a lot of money, don't you?
Please don't rob us.
They exchange a mutual lesbian glance of understanding.
Let's see.
Ian, out of the character, what is the name of the proprietor of the group that we have been associated with?
Right?
Oh god, I have to remember what the name of the head honcho is. Oh, the Il Duchessa is the name of the head honcho of the De Lugo family.
Okay.
Yeah, but
The Duchess.
Yeah. The
Yes.
Duchess and
Gotcha.
Attila.
Hmm.
All right.
And
Notably,
Sicilian
they
and
are not Delogo. These two
They are
women.
not. They're not.
They are not.
The doctor smiles at the question and in her awkward little way, and says, "Well, we are rich in experiences, you could say." And she laughs. But of course, that only gets one so far. I assume, or I believe that the two of you must also be rich in experiences to have made such a feast, such a lovely encampment like this. It's very impressive.
They giggle in unison and look at each other and raise an eyebrow and go, "Oh, we have many, many benefactors." They're
How far away are their guns?
standing right next to them.
Cool. Do they look, based on their body language, does it look like they're gonna reach for them anytime soon?
No, they're extremely drunk.
Okay, cool.
No, they're actually pretty chill right now because they're extremely drunk. It would behoove you to continue to keep them drunk.
Cool.
Gotcha.
They will kill you if they're not drunk.
Another cheers, then.
Of
Given
course.
that-
They each grab bottles of champagne. You see them walk over to their guns, move the guns aside to grab sabers, and actually do that obnoxious thing where they open the champagne bottle with a cavalry saber, and they do it with quickness and aplomb, and then they begin to pour the bottles into one another's mouths while looking each other dead in the eyes, and then they and then they toss the bottles in the air at Juan Carlos and Victor. Can you please both make like a melee roll or something to catch the champagne bottles and not embarrass yourselves in front of the lesbians?
A melee roll. Where would we do that?
Just
Oh, here we go.
just
The
click
melee
yeah,
skill.
Yeah, melee.
Or how about athletics? Can we do athletics?
So,
Yeah, they either work. Either works. Athletics or melee. All right, Juan
That
Carlo, you
is-
grab your bottle. And Victor, you grab your bottle and manage to do a flip with it, and then catch it in your armpit, which causes them to actually begin to profusely start clapping with giddiness, because they are astounded. They are astounded. They are tickled pink.
I take a deep bow in response.
Bravo, bravo, magnifico, bravo.
I believe Victor has something to say.
They say to one another in French. Now that's a real man.
I actually don't know
No
what
doubt.
languages Victor speaks. I don't know if he speaks
He
anything
speaks
other than
Texas.
He speaks
Are you-
ye and ha.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
No, that's his gender.
I'm
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
remember-
That was
I'm trying to
poor
remember what
joke.
you all-
Poor joke.
Yeah, you didn't pick any.
Yeah, I didn't think I did. No,
Yeah, you
he
didn't
just
pick
knows
any
English. But I mean, he probably knows loan words like basic things like good morning and nice to meet you.
You picked up that the ladies were impressed by your candor.
Yeah.
So now you have to pantomime drinking the alcohol. How are we going to do this?
Just stumble a little and spill it.
The Coterie fighting an ancient pact of mages. Easy. The Coterie pretending to be able to drink alcohol in front of lesbians. Challenge level impossible.
so what I'm gonna do is
Just do it.
I'm
Just do it.
gonna put the bottle to my mouth, use my full body to lean back to pour a good huge gulp in my mouth, and then exaggerate leaning forward to let all spill back into the cup, into the bottle.
All right. Give me a performance check.
No.
I'm kind of
Can I
shocked.
do stealth?
I'll allow it. And this is the fight for
Daphne-
today's session,
Daphne
is
will-
making sure
will
these
do-
lesbians don't clock that you people are undead. Rousing the blood. Also, shout out to the
Okay,
fact that all of you have passed every single rouse check. What the fuck?
it's the most successful fight I've ever been in, actually.
yeah, this is insane.
um, okay, sorry. Daphne has a plan to help Victor out with the drinking, so go ahead, Juan Carlos.
All right, Juan. You managed to stealthily quaff the alcohol. Now, unfortunately, Victor has to impress the
Okay,
lesbians. How are we gonna
my
do it, Victor?
plan. Wait, can I help him? Can I
Uh,
help you?
you can just do it. You can
Okay,
tell what you're gonna do, and it's
Daphne.
gonna work, and then we're gonna see what happens.
If anything, I think Victor in this situation would try to just like be a showboat and try to like distract from the actual drinking itself and kind of like make a spectacle of it so that they completely forget about what they
Like
even asked him to
juggle?
do.
You could do some play saber fighting with them.
I could do that, yeah.
Ooh,
You
I'm
wanna?
Or
gonna let
I
him
can
handle this.
also do like little like fucking Annie Oakley kind of show off some gunslinging skills or some shit. We could do saber. We could
Ooh,
do saber.
shoot the bottle. Yes.
You gonna throw it in the air and
So
shoot it? Whatever you
so
want.
hilariously,
That
I
is
would
a
say
way to
like
get
hilariously,
I
out
would
of
say
it.
if they're partial to saber, let's do saber because
Mm.
Are you gonna request a saber from one of them?
yeah, let's go ahead.
I
Um,
wanna
they
whip out
give
my
you a.
saber.
All right, cool. They give you a faint bow, and they elegantly present to you one of the cavalry sabers. And they go,
Okay.
"Oh, are you two gentlemen going to joust? We love some good parlor tricks."
Yeah, I would say let's go ahead and do that. Just kind of like a little play duel kind of thing, I guess, is what they're looking for.
All right, give me
Um,
some melee rolls. Melee against. Jesus Christ.
yeah, who's obviously gonna win that one?
What the heck?
So let's do melee and strength versus melee and whatever you want, Victor. Let's see how this works.
I would say like it's less of a test of skill and more of just like showmanship. So I'm gonna do charisma for this one.
Oh, I forgot. His specialty is actually saber combat, which is hilarious. I totally forgot.
Yeah, it's like this is completely in his wheelhouse.
Okay, I'll allow you two gentlemen to adjudicate what happens here with the 2 degree success with a +1 saber combat specialty. Juan Carlos, what do you do to Victor to embarrass him in front of the lesbians, apparently? Because that's what we do here in this coterie, is we embarrass one another in front of guests.
All right. So you know the classical clanking your swords together back and forth, the dancing like 2 steps front, 2 steps back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that for him for a little bit, and then in the middle of another round of doing that, I'm disarm him. I'm gonna use the
Okay.
flat of the saber, twirl the blade around, hook it into his hand, flip it out of his hand, and then grab the saber out of midair.
Okay. Yeah. We definitely go along with that because that's definitely
That's
a
rad.
feat of skill. Yeah, that's definitely a really
Marigold
cool
and
kind of thing.
Daffodil are floored. They are just. They are clapping and go, "Bravo, bravo!" Then they whisper. Then they whisper to each other in French. I think the other one's probably a big at me. Not that we're interested in that. And then
I was gonna say.
they, hey, who knows? Maybe they're bi. You don't know.
That's true.
They start clapping and they go, "Oh dear, what a delight! Where are the lot of you going now? We'd love to accompany you. We just have to grab all of our things."
Well, we have simply been exploring the local bay, as it were, and meeting people, as it were, to kind of learn the lay of the land and learn who's who around here. Have you heard of Il Duchessa at all?
They both raise their eyebrows quizzically at you at the same time. No, not at all. Who's that?
Well, I see as you ladies are purveyors of the finer things in life, it would be well for you to become acquainted with people of culture, as it were, and influence. I think you will find that they are most hospitable and respectful to your lifestyle, and you simply must meet them.
They look at each other. They look at you. They look at each other. Let me see here. Oh god, I gave them both the same fucking stat spread. Hold on a second, I have to make some adjustments.
Right back.
Sure. Hmm. It seems perhaps we are two sides of the same coin. She takes a deep breath. Tell me, do you know of the prince? They look at you quizzically.
We do know of such a person.
They look at each other again. They look at each other again.
Is he a friend of yours?
They both press themselves side to side, shoulder to shoulder, and lean in rather menacingly and look at a lot of you and go, are you kindred?
We are merely amicable travelers, as it were.
They look at each other, they look at you, they take another deep breath, and they go, are you kindred?
I'm gonna turn around and say, "Are you?" I
They
mean, that's an awful lot of alcohol to be imbibing.
They snap back to attention, look at each other, look back at you, and go, no. Now, are you kindred or are you not? And we're both going to need an answer.
Very well. We are.
Their shoulders relax, their posture drops, and they give the both of you a very fervent curtsy, splaying out what remains of their undergarments, their nightgowns, and go, then we are obliged. We don't take kindly nor have interest in robbing kindred. No, we were thinking it.
I can't knock you
Oh, I
for
like these
trying.
ladies. Okay. Well, now
Please,
that our cards are on the table, maybe you could
deeply
tell us a little more about yourselves.
Oh, we don't like to brag. It's just a lot of my brothers are, well, my sisters and my
Gestures to all of the
one,
goods.
well, Marigold and Daffodil. As you probably gathered, Daffodil and I have a particular acquaintance. I hope you keep that to yourselves, or the rest of our group does not shine too kindly to it.
Pish posh.
Of
We
course.
Prefer not to
Of
kiss and
course.
tell, as it were.
my
We do a bit
sisters
of
and
it ourselves.
now my other two sisters and my brother are a little out west, making ravage of a lumber camp. I think they saw fit to eat everyone there clean. I just told them that Daffodil and myself needed a little time to rest our countenances, and they bought. But I imagine by now we're probably going to have to go back and help them finish whatever mess they start.
Wait, did they just say that they're gonna eat the lumberjacks clean?
Yes.
Okay, so upon them hearing them saying that they're eating the humans, I'm gonna point at the bag full of hands and be like, "Do y'all not like hands? That's an awful lot of evidence to leave around."
They both blush and go, we have no idea what you're talking about, sir. No, we don't like hands. There's too many bones.
Oh. Well, I'll
Talk
actually
non-sympathetically.
bury it near a tree to feed the forest.
They look at each other and go, "It's an excellent idea." You see them empty out the rucksacks, and there's at least like 30 hands in these
Oh my god.
bags. And they start digging a hole and they bury them at the base of the tree and start muttering prayers to it in French, saying, "Honor Gaia, honor us. Take of that which is made of kind and give it to you." And you see them place, both of them kneel on the ground and place their lips to the earth and grant it a kiss and then rub it on their tunics. And they start to put together their normal outfits. They got their boots on, they got some waders, and they're dressed to go out for the hunt. Straight out of Abercrombie and Fitch. And if you ask, yes, they just robbed them and killed everyone.
I'm so sorry, I got a little distracted. Who did they kill?
They,
The
they, they,
lumberjack.
yeah, and they killed everyone in an
Who?
Abercrombie and Fitch and robbed everything.
Wait, what?
Abercrombie and Fitch used to sell. Wait. Who am I thinking of? That can't be it. No, and no. Abercrombie and Fitch used to sell hunting gear in the 1890s.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's actually how they got their start.
No, I didn't know that.
So they're wearing vintage A&F shit from the 1890s, full leather,
Wow.
venison outfit, beautiful shit, beautiful fucking shit. Covered
Ugh.
in blood though. They're gonna try to they're gonna try to buff that
That
out.
adds to it.
They look at each other and go, "It does add allure. He's right. That's a real man. Understands fashion." They do up their hair, they load up their rifles, they get their rucksacks ready, and they go, "Well, shall we go visit our brethren and sister?"
Delighted.
"Oh, please, after us." Oh, wait, one thing. What the fuck what the hell is the name for this?
Sorry, hold on, guys.
Wait, sure. Opening champagne with sword. I forgot what the fuck this is called. Oh, sabrage. They sabraged 2 of the remaining bottles of champagne.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. We have to pause for just a quick second. I'm so sorry. Give us.
There we go. All right, so you're traipsing through the woods with 2 lesbian werewolves. They are continuing to sabrage multiple bottles of champagne. They have them slung over their backs. They continue to chug them and just smash them against the redwoods and stuff. You get the feeling they're not very woke, Guru. You continue to make your way through the wood, and eventually you come across. Let me gotta make an adjustment here. Perfect. All right, let me see. You come across an illegal lumber operation. You see a redwood that has been expertly felled using a saw, and there's a variety of what you can assume are the remnants of human beings scattered around. They have been reduced to cinders and a pulp. Entrails, organs, limbs, brains, skulls, and bones lie scattered around the landscape with reckless aplomb. Several people seem to have been pressed against the tree itself until they were reduced to a fine pulp. 2 people were sliced in half. You can see the gaunt expressions on their face, their hands fallen upon their waists as if they were trying to scoop their organs back into their bodies. And you see 3 individuals, 2 white men and a black woman, standing around kind of quizzically gawking at everything. Marigold and Daffodil enter into the arena. And now I have to remember the weird name I gave fucking everyone. Okay, there we go. Aster, Oleander, Chris. We're back. And we brought friends. The 3 other people glance up at the lot of you, glance up at the 2 compatriots, and they all look pale as a ghost. What would we like to do?
Vaguely. We've met them multiple times at dinner parties. Why?
Um, anything?
I'd like to
Sorry.
pop awareness.
Investigation to maybe why they look so pale. If something's off.
You can just ask them.
Okay.
So Marigold and Daffodil are drunk on the gaiety of wonder, and as they clink their glasses together, they go, "Why so glum, chums? It seems you did a great job." And you see the three of them look at them, the Aster, Oleander, and Chris look at the Marigold and Daffodil and go, "They were dead when we got here. We have no idea why they're like this." Marigold and Daffodil briefly drop their countenance, and they also become pale as a sheet. What, or who, or it, could kill what seems to be roughly about 24 people?
Wait, this is Noko.
What?
This was Zako.
We don't know that for sure.
They all raise their eyebrows. Zako?
Can we do like a awareness investigation to check the markings to see if it was likely Kindred that did this?
Give me an occult check.
I have a whole ass 1 dot in that.
Anyone who is familiar with
I'll
occult
do it.
can
I'm
make this
doing
check, and
it.
it should probably be the doctor.
Scroll me all the way back up.
Because didn't Zoko say that he was dealing with lumberjacks?
He said that someone was he said he didn't care for their presence. And that was about it.
Oh.
And he also said that Alanora likes to avail herself of this. So,
Yeah, we know that Eleanor explicitly liked to hunt lumberjacks. We had that confirmed from one of the guru as well.
as you look over the wounds and the injuries, you can see very clear, sharp claw marks. These are decidedly made by a guru. A werewolf killed everyone here. And apparently without taking a drop of damage. You do not scent or ascertain any guru blood here at all. It's all kind. It's about 24 of them without breaking a sweat.
Eleanor's a badass.
Do we relay this information to the rest of the people in attendance?
I'm gonna relay to the rest of the guru that there is another family of guru around here. If it wasn't any of your claws that did this, it must have been one of theirs.
You see a lot of them begin to kind of form together and start conversing to one another very lightly in French. What do we like to do?
Can we understand the French?
Give me an awareness check to see if you can clock the whispers.
I'm gonna try and clock the vibe while she tries to clock the language.
I can still reroll, right?
Yeah, you can always rouse. Rousing is free. Rousing is free real estate.
Oh wait, you said awareness is fine?
Yeah. Damn, bitch.
Double crit?
Let's see here. So what were you trying to ascertain?
What they're saying. Since they're talking in French. Like, can I hear what they're saying?
You managed to parse together that they're conversing amongst one another, saying that maybe we shouldn't have come here. We didn't know that there's a clan this fervent in this part. Maybe we should just head back out east. We can settle in Missouri. One of them says, "I'd rather be dead than live in Missouri." They go, "That's valid." um, and they start conversing amongst one another. It's like, well, there's these vampires here, and they seem to be on the inn with the prince. Maybe we can make some inroads. They kind of start looking at each other, and then they slap Marigold. And Marigold stands up and says, "I've been conversing with my compatriots here, and it seems that a lot of you maybe might be in the need of some additional muscle. We're quite good at purloining, bogarting, however you say. We have a variety of skills, and you'd be much obliged to lend them to whatever apparatus you have going. We're a bit of a cadre of lost souls."
Well, we are certainly not ones to turn down a helping hand, especially ones as eager as yours. And I do also want to emphasize that this may be occurrences that are connected to the people that we had mentioned earlier in our conversation, Il Duchessa. This may be her craft, and you are correct that you may be impinging upon their territory. However, if you are helping us in our endeavors, perhaps we can get a good word in with her, so that you may also be in her good graces.
They look at each other. They give each other a very firm nod and go, "We would be obliged to serve."
Well, happy to hear. And to hell with Missouri. We'd much rather have you here in the wild frontier with us.
They look at each other and give each other a very cheeky smile and go, "We are much obliged. Now, how can we be of service now?"
Well, the proprietor that we had mentioned earlier, we are in search of some of their relations, as it were.
Hmm. They raise a quizzical eye. "We haven't seen other Guru the entire time we've been in these woods. It's just been the five of us.
Hmm.
I hope they're all right. Whoever did this, though, is one fearsome, fearsome wolf. Even the strongest of the clans out east couldn't pull off something like this." You see Marigold and Daffodil kind of licking their lips a little bit, like, "I'd like to meet them." The two men seem to be rather cowed and afraid of the situation.
Well, we have it on a good authority that this may be the handiwork of someone who has a particularly fiery disposition.
A lot of them nod in unison. "We don't care for lumberjacks either. We were actually looking forward to eating them on tartare. It seems someone else beat us to the punch." You do notice that the other three Guru that are here, they are all slathered in blood. They were clearly eating them. It's not, not as fresh as they'd like.
Yeah.
Now, how could we be of service to you at present? Dare I say, the sun is approaching to rise soon, and I know that your kind does not care for its tyranny. We would be quite capable of assisting you in laying down to earth for the day."
Um, Ian, out of character, are we able to ask them for assistance in notifying the remaining Guru that need to be expelled from the territory?
For what you could tell, he said that there. So Zako told you there was five,
Yes.
and there's five Guru in front of you. These are all of the interlopers at once. And it seems you
okay.
got all of them.
Even.
Wait, okay. Okay.
Well, then, still out of character, perhaps it'd be a good idea if we accompany this group of 5 back to Il Duchessa in order to have them be acquainted.
A lot of them kind of look at each other and say, "How can we serve?"
We won't make it back to the city before sunrise. So perhaps it's best if we bunker down for the day here
Your thickest tent? Yes.
and return tomorrow evening. We should be able to get you passage on the boat that we took, as long as you're with us. They won't leave without us. Can we ask where you came from? And what your clan name is?
Oh, we have no clan. I myself was kicked out of mine. Chris was kicked out of his. Oleana was kicked out of hers. Aster was kicked out of his, and Daffodil was kicked out of hers. We're a clan of 5. Really have no allegiance aside from one another. It seems we might have found ourselves the promised ticket. We felt compelled to draw ourselves west. Felt a call. In the dead of night, under the full moon, I could feel Gaia compel all of us to head west. Head west, head west, head west. And she told us that under the trees greater than we could see, we would find something new. I believe this is the vision that she gave me. You can see the other 4 are looking at Marigold with a kind of relish and aplomb. She seems to be their shaman.
Is she okay?
The doctor will nod.
We will need time to adjust. We've been by ourselves for quite some time, and we need to meditate on what green glade Gaia wishes to bring us forward. Tell us, where can we join you in the future? And we will see you there within a day or 2. Allow us to wrap up our affairs, clean up a few messes, and we'll be ready and willing to serve.
Well, we typically make our rounds in the Bay Area. You could certainly find us in that direction.
No address or anything? You can give us something close by and a time, and we will be there right on the dot. I guarantee you.
We
out of
haven't
character,
found new accommodations.
You're still at the Overlook, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And the Overlook went through the disaster, didn't it?
It's actually, canonically, that hotel was untouched by the earthquake, which is fucking weird. Nothing happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no structural damage, no nothing. It's really weird.
It's
So I guess rationally, should we be giving them details for Il Duchessa and their whereabouts, or should we just have them accompany us?
That is up to your discretion.
Well, I certainly don't want them to show up to Il Duchessa unannounced and just be like, "Oh, this gaggle of fuckheads sent me." Definitely not going to do that.
We don't even really trust them.
Yeah, we don't quite know them yet. So if anything, I would say, especially if we're still at the Overlook and it's relatively undamaged, I think it's okay if they just come with us.
If you're comfortable telling them that we're at the Overlook, then since you're de facto leader, like,
I am agreeable to it. Yeah, I'm agreeable to it because they're not going to have direct access to the prince. They're not going to have direct access to Auntie or Il Duchessa. Whatever information they have, it'll be purely towards us and none of our compatriots.
Hey, if you're comfortable giving out the information that we're at the Overlook, then we can do that.
Okay. So I'll relate to them that you could find us at the Overlook presently, and also if you happen to hear the soothing music of an automobile going through the streets, then we're not far.
They raise an eyebrow, they look at each other, they look at you and go, the entertainer?
The very same.
Oh, it's only the most popular hit of 1906.
Yeah, right. It's the talk of the town.
Daffodil pushes her glasses closer to her face and jots down the instructions that she was given. They look at each other and begin to groom one another in preparation for their journey. They begin to brush out the blood, clean out their clothes. They begin to disrobe, and it seems they're going to clean themselves off before they head into the city. And as they're beginning to disrobe, they look at you and say, do you mind?
We turn around and leave.
Yeah,
Yes.
take our leave.
Perfect. You make your way down back to the boat. Our friend Zako is there with Alanora, and Alanora seems to be in a fair better posture. Her eyes are fluttering, and she seems to be modestly awake. She places a firm hand upon Zako and goes, always knew I could trust you. It's like, yes, my dear. Words are words. Don't worry. Get your rest. Get your rest. Oh, it seems your friends have returned. I'll let you two get reacquainted. He gives her a faint little pat on the hand, readjusts her pillow, and then leaves.
We certainly hope that we have found you in better spirits. As he addresses Eleanor.
I'm doing quite well, and Zako has told me that you're the reason that I am here, alive and well. Thank
Indeed.
you. But I am quite curious as to why I was given this profound courtesy. Usually, if I find myself trapped under a tree, I'm dead. So I'm quite curious why my being alive is so important to the four of you. So, fess up.
You have a friend in high place, as it were, who specifically requested you.
Oh, grandmother. The Duchess sent you?
That is correct.
I was always her golden child. I swear, you get trapped under one tree and suddenly she just goes haywire. Well, you can tell her that I'm alive and well. Now, do tell me, how are the rest of my brothers and sisters? I know I heard a commotion down there. Gaia sings to me even up north. The ground shook, didn't it? Mighty fierce.
It certainly did, and the ramifications of such an event are still ongoing, and our search continues for the rest of your family.
Thank you kindly. She extends out a hand weakly and meagerly. She seems to be awaiting your embrace. Do you meet it?
I do meet the embrace.
You grasp her hand, and she grips you firmly and strongly, unusually for a woman who is trapped under a redwood tree. Her skin, her warmth is vibrantly hot. It reminds you of the warmth of a summer's day, a distant memory. It's almost sickening. She slowly lets her way out of your grasp and says, "Thank you, sir. Is there any information you need? I'd be obliged to help in the search for my brothers and sisters. Lord knows what's happening to them in the city."
Can I trust that you will make a personal call to your dear grandmother?
I will attend there of my own volition, and I will inform her that you have performed beautifully. Don't worry, my dears. I'm a woman of my word. You pulled me out from under a tree and near a grave. I'll sing your praises as if I'm in front of St. Peter himself. Don't you worry. Now, do you have any questions? I tend to know what my siblings are up to. I might be able to help you find them.
Your praises are much appreciated, and in regards to your siblings, yes, we do have a few questions that we may ask. We came across the handiwork of one of your other siblings recently. It seemed that she had had a bit of fun, as it were, and we're still trying to track her down.
Oh, my word. How many people did she kill?
24 to the number.
Oh, let me take a guess. Lumberjacks?
Indeed.
Must have been my older sister Estevania. She hates lumberjacks. Hates them. I hate them too, but I tend to just dissuade them with a scare. She likes to return them to the earth. So,
Well, she left plenty of evidence on the earth, as it were. However, she was extremely thorough to leave no survivors and barely seemed to receive any resistance herself. She seemed to have easily overwhelmed them.
she's the strongest of our pack. I've seen her take bullets to the chest, Krinos and otherwise, and stand and survive. She's the strongest. Even Auntie says she's nearly as strong as her son. And that's one tough bastard.
Well, even the strongest amongst us have motivations, habits, as it were.
She's very consistent. I'm trying to think. She likes to roam around the forest to make sure no one's engaged in illegal lumber. She likes to traipse around the docks to keep track of people who come in. And she likes to go to the rail yards to keep track of what's coming in and out of the city. I'd say the docks to the train yard would probably be your best bet to figure out where she is. That's usually where she lives and breathes. Wherever she lays down her hat is her home, and that tends to be where she can probably kill the most people. She's very consistent.
I see. Well, then we shall continue our investigation at those locales.
Of course. Now, is there any other information? Did grandmother give you any hints as to who was missing?
I believe my other compatriots may be a little bit more enlightened in that regard to articulate such questions.
The doctor clears her throat, introduces herself, and says, yes, we have been given information that Luxia, is that the correct pronunciation?
Luxia, yeah, you're right.
Luxia. We've been given information that Luxia and Tarsilia are both still missing. And we
That's
have not found
deeply
any leads
sure.
for us. Mhm. Have you seen either of them recently?
Not to my recollection. Luxia. She's only 19. She's rather staid despite the age. Grandmother always said she was an innocent little doll. And I wouldn't know where she would get up to. That'd be difficult. Now, as for Tarsila, she always works at the docks. She's the one that keeps track of the shipments and makes sure that the money flows to grandmother and flows to us. So if you're looking for her, you'd be best served to examine the docks, especially the ones up in the northeast. That's usually where she plied her trade. I wish I could be of greater assistance, but Luxia's such a young whelp, I don't know what she's up to every hour of the day.
In regards to Tarsilia, she has been seen wearing attire that is emblazoned with the number 39. Do you know if that number has any particular significance?
Oh, that must be Pier 39. That must be where she was working.
Okay. Well, we could certainly pick up our investigation there to start and continue from there. Also, in regards to Luxia, the two tabbies. Do you know where those tabbies usually reside?
Oh, well, her apartment's over in the Mission District. I'll give you the
Mission, you
address. Do
say?
you have a pen and paper, my good man?
I believe such things can be procured.
You
Pulls
have a
up her
pen and paper.
notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Make
Just
ourselves available.
she jots down the address on Mission Boulevard, which was burned to a crisp, by the way, in the map that you've received from the devastation. I hope she's all right.
Well, we certainly wish to find out.
I'll tell you this. You accomplish all of this, and I'll put down my own claws in front of grandmother to say that the lot of you deserve whatever you need. I want to see my brothers and sisters. And I know
That
that the
would be-
tribe will be greatly appreciative.
That would be most appreciated, and we certainly sympathize and understand the value of your family in this dire situation.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I absolutely must rest. Could you ferry me across? I believe she kind of fumbles around in her pocket. It seems we have 2.5 hours left. 45 minutes back to the city, another 30. I think I might have a place up in the northern recess, as a lot of you could stake claim down. Would you be amenable to that?
That would be most agreeable.
Oh, perfection. Now, where's that salty sea dog that's supposed to sail us out of here? No doubt drinking his ration of grog somewhere. She seems to attempt to rise from the bed, but then limpers back down. Oh, go fetch that bastard and tell him to sail us south. I have no interest in staying here any longer than I do. As much as we care
shall.
for the Muir, I just don't care for going north of the fucking point. You
We shall make
canvass
him available.
You canvass the area, and indeed the man is drunk on grog. You find
No way.
him, you pinch him by the ear, you drag him back to the boat, and you sail your way south into San Francisco. You are laid down to keel, and you rise, and it is April 21st, 1906. I'm going to set up the next scene, and then we're going to close out for the evening. Let me just
Gotcha.
see when... Okay, April 21st.
So we spent 420 on a boat. I see.
Yeah, you did.
True.
Yeah. And April 21st, 1906, sunrise. Actually,
On a
sunset.
boat, yeah. It's 420, yeah. You guys remember that song? It's a deep cut for anyone that's
April
was born
21st,
before
1906,
1995.
sunset, San Francisco, California. That is not what I want. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, sunset on April 21st, 1906. Western time. Sunset is exactly 7 p.m. It's so
Nice.
weird. It's so weird. Yeah, you got like an extra hour. That's fucking bizarre. All right, whatever. It is currently 8 o'clock. It's 8 p.m. Eleonora has informed you that you can investigate the docks to find Estefania, or you can examine the train yard to find Estefania. Where do we wish to go to investigate first?
I would say the docks are the
Hey.
most proximate.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I agree. We might get lucky and see Tarsilia, even if we don't see Estefania. Or perhaps even both, if we're so lucky.
Perfect. So we're going to get into our Studebaker Model 500, fire up the entertainer, and get out to the dock.
That's right. That's right.
Do 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 do.
Those cars are so fucking ugly too. Okay, so everyone puts on their fucking driving goggles, some driving gloves, some driving jacket.
Just so you know, I looked it up, and the #1 song in 1905 was actually the Maple Leaf Rag.
This game is set in 1906.
Oh, well, okay, well, still, it probably would still have some popularity at that point.
Got her. So anyway, you continue listening to the entertainer as you try as you
Right.
completely obliterate any semblance of tact or grace, immediately alerting everyone within 3 miles that you're going somewhere. So
Hey, the city is burned and we still have drip. That's all that matters.
yeah, you're
I
fine.
feel like we're on one of those like party buses, just
Yeah, it's
blasting
like
the entertainer.
it's like that, except there's a bunch of Irish immigrants in this neighborhood, and it's 1906. They're gonna stab and rob you. So anyway,
Oh my God,
that's what they do.
is that what?
Roman
Subtle
popery
reasoning.
and thievery. Am
Not
I right,
even
Max?
subtle.
So they
Max is gone.
no, Max is here listening to this right now.
No,
That's part of the
they
joke.
left.
Max.
No, Max is literally
Oh,
right
they're
there.
Been here the
Oh, they're
whole
here.
time.
Max
Listening
is
and
actually
judging.
the
I've
Irish
coded the
ruffian
walls.
immigrant that's going to rob and kill
My favorite
And
one.
it's true.
them. It's what we
Better
do.
watch your back and your
we-
fronts.
we venerate the saints, which is heresy, and we rob and murder. So anyway, you make your way down to the docks. They've been burned to a crisp, faint smoldering fires still burn. The wind kicking up from the bay washes you over in the intense throngs of heat of the smoldering embers of the remnants of these buildings. Give me an awareness check. Okay, Juan Carlo 3, Dr. Frankenfurter 4, Victor with a
Okay, I'm
3,
getting there,
Daphne's
I'm
gonna
getting there.
fucking beef it.
Relax.
She's gonna beef it.
Oh,
What the
no.
fuck? She did the opposite of beefing it.
That's good.
Why were you not succeeding? It was explicitly requested. You clock the environment, and through the distorted haze of the moonlight wafting through the heat warped atmosphere and air coursing through the buildings, you clock what seems to be the northern edge of one of the rail lines. And you can see that there's a variety of train cars that have been tipped over and rocked over and knocked over. And you see a variety of slumped over figures, slathered in blood, burned to a crisp. What do we like to do?
So wait, are we in the train yard or are we at the piers?
You're
are
at
we
the
just
piers
kinda
and you
in
are
between?
clocking the northern end of the train yard.
Okay. What pier are we at? Did we go to Pier 39?
You went to Pier 39.
Okay, got it. And Pier 39 is pretty much completely kaput.
Yeah, it's sunk into the ocean, and it seems the only thing that remains is the northern end of one of the train lines that end here, the terminus, and you can see a variety of chipped over train cars and a bunch of burnt up corpses.
I would say let's investigate the train cars and corpses.
Wise beyond his years. So we're gonna go investigate the corpses of train cars, right? All right, perfect. I hate to see it. Let me just. Whoops. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. All right. You make your way over to the train yard. The closer you approach the train yard, a mist, a fog, seems to rise up seemingly out of nowhere and blanket the area. What would you like to do?
I'd like to check that.
Go ahead. And anyone can immediately clock, wait a minute, this is some spooky fucking shit. You can roll a call. Common Juan Carlo L. Common Dr. Frankenfurter W. Common Victor W.
I can't do anything with this. That's like just okay. All right. But it's the cult and dexterity. Okay, it's just gonna have to be a very
Okay, this is
Wow.
horrible. So Dr. Frankenfurter and Daphne immediately realize this is not a natural phenomenon. this is not a normal thing. And as a lot of you reach that realization and look at each other, the fog begins to part, and you are greeted by the scene that you glimpsed from a distance. It seems you've parsed through the veil and have parted through some kind of mystery. In the dead center, you see a variety of mutilated corpses. They've been slashed to pieces, burnt to a crisp, but two bodies stand out from the rest. You see a nude woman, a nude white woman, unfortunately, with an enormous iron rail line having impaled her through the chest. You can see her hands are grasped around the rail line as if she was attempting to remove herself from it. She is very distinctly dead. And you see beneath her another tattered up corpse, shredded to pieces. You can immediately clock that all of the figures around you are male, except the woman impaled upon the rail line. What would we like to do?
Can we tell what the woman is? Is she kind? What is she?
Auspex.
Mhm.
It's the only way to tell.
Okay.
And only someone who shall remain nameless.
I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Let's see here. How do I do this again? It's discipline at the bottom. That's the aspects, and then I can roll with one other thing.
Yeah, it's either resolve or wit, and then Auspex.
Okay.
Guru. And as you thumb through the photographs you have in your collection, this is Istevania.
Hey, actually, Daphne is going to. I'm sorry. Are there any cloth? Is there any like cloth or like sort of like tarp or anything that I could possibly cover her with since she's nude? Daphne would like to cover her with something.
There's a variety of several brutally mutilated men around here, but somehow their clothes have been unharmed.
Before we do any of that, Doctor, please document the scene.
Give me a medicine and or an occult check, Doctor.
He means with the camera, I assume.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Or an
And then-
assessment would be good with your eye.
But yeah,
As
definitely
well.
we can.
Yeah,
we
an
can do a
autopsy.
medicine.
The autopsy would be very opera.
That-
Let me take the picture first.
And no posing, people.
No,
Just
just exactly
No
as it is.
posing. This is a crime scene, clearly.
Or touching
Yes.
anything. Okay, so she
The two
Yeah,
checks.
it must be.
Juan Carlos sheepishly abandoning their posing posture.
Yeah. Okay, so she takes a few photos just to document
10 steps
what
back.
is, and then we are going to do a medicine check. The
Give
next
me
night
a-
is my hunger. Back to
Give me a cult for this.
okay.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so. Now, Mags, in case you didn't know, they rolled a fucking 7. Alright, Doctor. So you glance over the body, you see the iron implement impaled within there. You can see that the rail is nowhere near where the lines actually are. So this was magically conducted into her body. You can see that there is a large kind of dragging pattern on the ground, indicating that when she was impaled by this, she was in her Krynos war form. You can see the claw marks on the ground, and it seems that this particular act was a death blow that reduced her from her Krynos form back into her mortal form. When she died, she reverted to being human. You can see that this seems to have been a kind of Hail Mary gesture from the people in the area. I'm going to allow your occult and intelligence check to also transfer to the others. You can see that a lot of them are not wearing armor, nor are they carrying any arms. and you can kind of smell a faint semblance of copper around them, which is usually an indicator of magecraft. It seems that our dear darling here, Estevania, was finding some mages, and although she might have gotten all of them, one of them had the last laugh. There's about 7 mages here. They've all been eviscerated to pieces. A dead mage cannot cast a spell, so you're reaching the conclusion that whoever did this is still alive and somewhere out there.
Are there any markings or indications on the mages that would notify their allegiance?
Nothing. All of their clothing has been stripped of any identifying marks. Logos have been removed, tags have been removed, anything indicating provenance has been removed. And hell, even um, when you look at their faces, they seem to look generic, a lot of them. They seem to still be under the presence of some semblance of a ward that obscures their identity. This is some pretty profound magecraft.
I want to ask one thing about the tracks. I understand that they're mages, but are there any like tracks on the ground, like indicating where she ran in from, and also if these men followed as well, or these occultists followed?
Aside from the dragging marks from the claws where she was killed, there is no indication as to who entered, from what or where or when. It's strangely clean. And the train cars that you are surrounded by seem to have been ripped open and emptied. You can see that the metal on them on the doors is bulging outwards, as if whatever was within was fervently ejected outwards.
I'm sorry to ask this. Are there any tracks
No.
from?
Can we discern what was contained in the cars?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay, a 2 is not sufficient. You need at least a 6. So whoever else wants to do it.
I mean, if I got like triple crits, I could hit it.
Now, honey, even if you fail a rouse, you can still reroll. Perfect. So
That's what I did. It just wasn't good.
Alright, 2.
Hold on,
I think we're just missing Daphne. Watch, she's got like a 9 or some
I'm
fucking
happy.
stupid bullshit.
I know, it's just my,
So you
it's
said
my night tonight.
all of the train cars have been emptied, and then one of them had like its contents ejected.
All of them had their contents ejected. And if you look at within the interior, with your investigation checks at present, you can see that there are large dents on the interior of the train cars, indicating that the things that were contained within them were extremely heavy to the point where they made an impression on the metal. So whatever the fuck took them out of here was not a normal means of removing an object from the train. This is some magic shit. There's some mages afoot within the area right now.
Well, perhaps we are able to investigate any sort of logs at this particular yard to indicate what cargo was coming in or out in the days leading up to this event. That may give us an indication of this particular group and what their motives are.
Should we take? Well, do we? Should we take a picture of the body?
We already did.
Oh, we did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you already did. It's a given. You people are taking glam shots of everything. It's a given.
Okay, I thought,
Now
I
let's
thought
take a
so.
silly one.
Um.
Are there any other indications of the mages? Like, are they of a particular race? Are they of a particular...
They're all white.
They're all white. Do they all dress a certain way? Do they all have a certain hairstyle?
Oh, that's a good
or
question.
like any sort of jewelry
The
or
only
accessories?
thing about them that is distinctly uniform is that they have patina de residue on their wrists and necks as if they were wearing copper jewelry.
Which would make sense for the spellcasting. Yes. All right.
But the jewelry has been removed. They've all been stripped bare. There is no outward indication of anything on them.
Well, gang, it looks like our investigation leads us towards a possible white man who wears copper jewelry, which that ought to narrow it down.
Oh my god, I know exactly who it is. Okay, no. Mm.
Give me an awareness check. And this is where we're going to end the session after this awareness check. The DC is 3.
All right. One sec. Let me look up something real quick.
Thank you, Daphne, for allowing me to continue my MacGuffin.
It's a burden I must bear.
I believe Truth of Blood can only be used on a living person.
Yeah,
right?
I was actually if a lot of you can figure out necromancy and how to speak to the dead, you're going to have a lot of time with these bodies.
Damn
And,
it.
Working
I
on it.
I have it in Baldur's Gate. I don't know.
I imagine Dr. Frankenstein is probably going to bogart one of the corpses, right?
Yes.
I have
At least
nothing
one.
because I am a sneak.
Why don't you give me like an occult politics check to clock which one is the most important?
Politics. That's interesting.
It's fine,
How do-
Daphne.
Ian,
only
just to
said-
be so
How do I
Ian,
do
just to
that?
be sure,
How do I
of
do
the
2
mages,
skills?
Well, you could just give me a politics or a awareness check, whatever you want.
We're doing it. You said occult was okay, right?
Actually, I'll give it. And you're what was that, Victor?
I was going to say all of the mages except for that one that is missing are currently present, correct?
Correct.
All right. So if we bogart one of them and we present all the bodies before them, we could say who's missing.
Hey, it's not a bad idea. All right, so Dr. Frankenfurter, you reach that conclusion. You can probably. You think that as long as you have the heads, you'll be able to cook something up. So you're going to collect 8 human heads to take with you in order to perform profane necromantic experiments to see if you can get them to pony up. Hey, come on, Johnny Tightlips, you got to tell them where the head mage is. I ain't saying nothing. So, Daphne, with your very precise and I think deeply apropos awareness check, as you briefly ignore the disaster around you, you see 2 cats eating a rotten fish underneath one of the train cars. And you have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. You recognize that those 2 cats are Riff and Raff, the cats that belong to Luxia. And that is where we're going to end the session for today.
Wow.
Kitty cats.